Hi, everyone. My name is Matt Haynes. I'm an audiobook narrator, and this is part of my series of self improvement paths. I like to begin each week with a mantra or a practice pattern that makes moving forward in my work and in my life a little bit easier and a little bit more fun. The examples I'll be giving are from my work as a narrator and also my ideas as a teacher of narration. But I believe that these ideas for paths can apply to just about any practice that you have. Give it a shot. If it doesn't work for you, let me know. I'd be curious. All right, so this week is all about pH balance on your hike. I remember deodorant commercials constantly talking about pH balance. Well, I find that in the world of entrepreneurial responsibility, where I am my own admin, that there are two P's that are very, very enjoyable. Maybe we call them the pleasurable P's that happen, and then the two H's, which are kind of tedious. Let's call them the headache H's. Now, the two P's are planning, which for me is great fun, sitting down, scheming, mapping things out, putting together almost a playlist of what I'm going to be doing. The other P, of course, is play, getting in the zone, hooking into that magical life force of creativity and wonder and momentum. Now, the two H's that come across are hauling, which is just a sort of like, yep, gotta do it, is what it is, just do it to get through it. So that's hauling. Now, the other is hovering, the state of suspense and uncertainty of, am I making the right decision? Is this going to come out okay? Should I take action now? Should I take action later? Hovering. Now, sometimes, in fact, often, I am confronted with the H's, and I do accept that that's just part of the challenge of being an admin. However, rather than trying to just plow through it, I'd like to be mindful of when there is an opportunity to transform an H into a P. So let's take this week hauling. The got to do it, got to do it. When I'm preparing a book that I'm about to narrate, what I do is on the Word document of the book, I will make sure that I've got the characters right in terms of, okay, this person is now the one who's speaking. Because sometimes if it's just a dialogue between two characters, then okay, that's easy to track. However, if another character comes in, it's only at the end of the sentence or even a paragraph that says, so and so said. Then what I do is in capital letters, I put the character's name before the paragraph starts, and that's sort of my cheat. Also, if the description of how the character said it happens at the end of the sentence or the paragraph, my eyes don't tend to scan that quickly, so I'll put that likewise. It's almost like a play script. So, John, angrily, that sort of thing. Now, going through the whole manuscript, that can sometimes turn into a haul. Okay, just gotta do it. Here we go. Now, I can do that. In fact, it's necessary to just get it done when in doubt. However, if I'm feeling stuck and stale and I want to give myself some more energy, some more power, um, take the H and turn it into the P. So what could I do? Perhaps I could have a game of timing. Okay, so for this session, I'm going to time how many pages, or I'm going to estimate how many pages I can get through in 5 minutes doing this assignment. And then at the end of that 5 minute period, I'm going to shift my probably seated position and get a sip of water. Okay, great. Planning, fun. Now playing, all right, let's play the game of let's try to beat the clock. And let's see if we can find new crazy positions to be in when I shift position and see, what happens when I just involve different parts of my body during that. It's so difficult sometimes to do that during the day, I find. Okay, so that is taking the hauling H and turning it into the P's as a narrator. Now, for students of narration, perhaps the hauling for you is just showing up at the studio every single day that you've made the agreement with yourself and your teacher who keeps you accountable to show up and just sit in the studio and do whatever it is that you are deciding to do that day. But I always tell students, show up, show up, show up, give yourself a day off, but the other days, or give yourself a set of planned days off, but all the other days, show up. Well, that can be a haul, can't it? So, how can we turn that into planning? Well, how about making a plan of types of improvements to go for when getting into the studio and sitting down for the day's work, or simply looking for surprise improvements. Okay, so that's the plan. Now playing, okay, hey, what improvements came up that I didn't even expect would come up? Track those and celebrate them, maybe even write them down. Maybe give yourself a pat on the back, a little massage, or a treat at the end. So, pH balance on your hike. Part one, hauling, turning it into the P's. That's what I'm going to be practicing this week. I'll get back to you with my results. You get back to me with yours. Thank you for joining me. And as your narrator and teacher of narration, I hope that our paths cross again real soon.